vicious Hurricane Helene that has done so much damage to us. Welcome, Dane.
Thank you for your continued attention to what's occurring in our skies, Colonel McGregor. This is nothing short of all-out weather warfare at this point. We can speculate about the agendas and objectives being carried out, but the fact that these storms are absolutely being manipulated and steered is inarguable. The denial of this fact is absolutely ludicrous at this point. We know the U.S. military and others around the globe, but U.S. military has been engaged in these operations since 1947, Project Cirrus. How far have they come since that point? So the cyclones are being kept weakened over water with manipulation of atmospheric pressure zones. And once they're near enough to the land-based network of frequency transmitters, the NEXRAD network, they are steered. And that steering is incredibly inarguable if we look at the animation of the frequency transmissions and their interaction with the storm, in this case, Hurricane Helene. We recorded that, and that video, if we can roll that now, the interaction is absolutely inarguable.
Good.
Result of natural processes and climate patterns, or was it manipulated? The circular blue flashes seen in this video are frequency transmissions from the NEXRAD network of transmitter installations. All available science evidence makes clear that atmospheric frequency transmissions can and do have a repelling effect on air masses, especially if and when the air masses have been seeded with electrically conductive nanoparticles. The brighter the blue flash from a frequency transmission installation, the more pronounced and powerful the repelling effect on any air mass or storm in the vicinity will be. Where there are no blue flashes, there is no transmission, thus no repelling effect, thus no resistance for a migrating storm. Translation: a migrating storm will be hindered from moving toward frequency transmissions and will easily migrate in a direction with no transmissions. So again, I ask, was Hurricane Helene's path and behavior just an act of nature, or was it engineered? You decide.
Well, Dane, the question here is, how does this hurricane's path differ from others that we've seen?
And there you go. I don't understand what more do we have to say at this point? To me, what more do we have to say? I've told you before, I've said it again. I knew for a fact that these things are not adding up. And then to couple that with the fact that that area, is under contract. Little did we know. They are under contract. From a lithium mine in the mountains of North Carolina. The DOD has entered an agreement to expand the domestic lithium mining for U.S. batteries supply. The offices of the Assistant Secretary of the Industrial Base Policy, through its manufacturing capability, expansion, investment priority of the MCEIP office, entered an agreement with a corporation to support the expansion of domestic mining and production of lithium. The $90 million agreement was agreed upon a couple of days ago. So again, why do we have to sit up here and make up stuff for? Nobody's making this stuff up. This is actually in literature. Congress just admitted today that these things are happening, that they are manipulating the weather. There's a bunch of patents already on manipulating weather. So we're not making this up. Nobody's trying to scare nobody with the quote unquote conspiracy word. No, these are things that are factual evidence that you can look up for your own self if you decide to read, if you decide to investigate. That's it. It's very simple. There's no type of like boogeyman theory here. There's no other thing. These things are all connected, man. Another tidbit for you to give you. Duke Energy is preparing over 1 million customers without power in Florida for the other Hurricane Milton. Duke Energy also owns the dams that release the water in North Carolina. They also own Hawaii Electrical. And with the Maui fires, Vanguard, BlackRock, and State Street are the top shareholders in Duke Energy. We're supposed to believe that these people are not doing this on purpose, bro? Like they're trying to get land and they're stealing land, literally. They're using these companies as conglomerates coming together putting their money together, and they're going out natural disasters. And again, eminent domain, they're taking people's land. When you go back to your land and it says, okay, my land is still here, and my house is still up, but my car is over there, stuff is everywhere, it's flooded. It's still my land. They put an eminent domain on it. Now it's the city's land. Now it's the county's land or whoever's land. And now you got to leave. But they got to hopefully pay you some money. But what are people that passed away? People that just don't want to come back. They taking that land for free. Now they can get it. They got projects that's projected for 10 years. They don't just do things for right now. These are projects projected for 10 years. That project in North Carolina is projected from 2025 to 2030. So to me, we had to just get right and exact, and be wise and have a clear understanding. These things are not happening for no reason, man. These things are happening on purpose. And it's our job to call it out. It's our job to stop it, to talk about it when we have forums, when we asking the presidency about these certain things, or we at our city council meetings, or we at these different meetings. We had to just get to a point we had to start protesting and shutting them down, period, point blank. Simple as that. Don't pay no bills, don't pay nothing. So that's the only way we can control something, is by controlling your resources. That's it. And all of our resources have been controlled by somebody else. So when again, like Gil Scott Heron said eloquently, whoever controls your resources controls your world. So when they say it's time to dance, it's time to dance. That's why everybody go out and do their thing every single day. And the wheel just keeps spinning. These things keep happening.